So I wanted to talk a little bit about your reflective practice, your inquiries. On Wednesdays, at least at this point, they're always going to be on Wednesdays. You're going to have an opportunity to reflect on what you're reading out of, two books. The Unfolding Now, which will be focused on being real, being authentic, being yourself. And the reflective practices in the preaching book by Lori Carroll. I sat and read the first chapter of Lori Carroll's book and the first chapter of Unfolding Now, and realized that there are questions. You're going to be inundated with questions. Too many questions to be able to really reflect on. So I want to encourage you as you're going through both of the books, and one is taking you inside of yourself, and one is taking you to the point of reflecting on preaching, the external, the movement outward. So they may conflict with each other. They may dovetail with each other during certain weeks. But I encourage you, I encourage you to read them not back to back at the last minute on Wednesday night, because I think that it'll be a little bit overwhelming. My suggestion, though, is not to try to reflect on everything. Notice where you are. Notice what's drawing you. What is the question that really feels like you can engage with? And then to really spend some time with that question. What I want to say is, and some of you've already mentioned it in your posts, all you're doing is reflecting on what you believe and who you are. And this is more of the same for many of you. And I kind of apologize for that. But that said, I believe that reflective practice is crucial once you are engaged in whatever ministerial setting you are headed for. You do all of this work in seminary, and then there's kind of the absence, the big silence in terms of anybody who is inviting you to do that reflective practice. So I want to encourage you. I've used it with my interns, my seminary interns from ILIF. I haven't used this book, but I've used the reflective practice model of each week. Looking at one issue that seems to be needing some exploration. I highly recommend that. But for my money, doing a practice of personal inquiry opens up a world of beauty and insight and delight and pain. That is endless in some sense. And I think that Hamid Ali, he goes by A.H. Almas, is wanting to encourage that kind of deeper reflection. So I know that this is yet another opportunity to do this, but I do hope that in the process, things can open up maybe that haven't before. And please reflect with me as you give feedback to me on those Wednesdays. Let me know how this process is working for you, and using both of the books at the same time. I'll be curious.